What's up, folks? Stevie B. Toth here. I wanted to talk to you today really quick about how to establish motive for change and develop healthy core values. We're going to use the Paul Chek created 1, 2, 3, 4 method of holistic lifestyle living. The first thing that we got to cover is love. What's your overarching dream in life? They say if you don't know where, I think it was a quote from Lewis Carroll, if you don't know where you're going, anywhere will get you there. There's also a great quote here. When you have a big enough dream, you don't need a crisis. So this will help you when you get up in the morning, give you direction. Okay, you got to have a dream that is something that you are willing to change for, willing to grow for. What's the one love you're willing to experience right now? What is that overarching dream? We're going to cover more of that later. What are you willing to change for or grow for right now? Who can you love becoming? What do you love enough to change for? So this is just some things to think about to help you get up in the morning and give you some direction, okay? Jim Rohn says, the same wind blows on everyone, but which direction is your sail oriented? So number 2, we have two forces, yin and yang, okay, which is anabolic, catabolic, wet, dry, seed, sprout, night, day, parasympathetic, sympathetic, working in, which we're going to cover working in exercises, as opposed to working out, which is catabolic, which is fire. Over here we've got ice, rest, recovery. So you can see these are the two sides to the story. These are the two forces that we deal with in the universe while we're trying to maintain a balance. There's really no such thing as striking a balance. There is living in harmony, and that often has us going back and forth. This line right here is the Tao, the middle path, the way. So it's nearly impossible, if you can imagine how thin that line is, to walk on that. Sometimes we're over here, sometimes we're over here. We're constantly oscillating back and forth. So as long as we're aware of those forces, because we all deal with them. Number 3 is the 3 choices that we have in life: optimal, suboptimal, and indifference. Optimal is good for you and everyone on your dream team. Even if you have a crappy job, that job and that boss, that crappy boss, that's your stepping stone to the next higher level you. So they are on your dream team and you need to take care of them. So those decisions, those optimal decisions, even include people that we don't necessarily like or decisions that we don't really want to have to make. Number 2 is suboptimal. These are made in haste. These are made when emotions get involved. That's a growth opportunity, though. It's not a bad decision. It's just not optimal. It's suboptimal. Okay. Once again, a growth opportunity, huge growth opportunity. The third one is indifference, which can mean several things. It means a timeout. I need more information. I just need to take a break. In the Army, in the infantry, we'd call that a tactical pause in the middle of all this chaos, which is what this is. This is chaos and order. Chaos and order. As you can see in the world right now, we're going through a little bit of chaos. So don't worry, hang on. There will be order. The other component of indifference, other than timeout and need more time to make a good decision, is apathy, which means you don't care. And that's the worst decision of them all. That is not going to allow the chemistry in your body to operate properly. It's going to create a lot of stress, which creates the hormones that throw everything out of whack. All right, so number 4 in this equation is your 4 doctors. Dr. Happiness, Dr. Quiet, Dr. Movement, and Dr. Diet. So Dr. Happiness has to do with your dream. Remember your one love. What makes you happy? What does your heart desire? Again, I'm going to cover more of that later in further videos. We have Dr. Quiet, which is your anabolic, okay, your yin, your quiet time, your rest time. How much am I going to rest? And there's different kinds of rest. There's active rest and passive rest. And again, I'll cover more of that later. Body movement. And body or doctor movement can be body, mind, or emotions. That's all a form of movement. So exercise can come in a lot of forms. It can come in physical exercise. It can come in a spiritual practice, in a meditation. It can come into an ice bath. Emotions are part of that movement too. Our bodies retain emotions. They hold on to them. So that can play out there. And then your doctor diet, which is your echo, your energy, which is what's required of you to go moving about your day. The chemistry involved in that, which is using all four of these doctors here to create a perfect chemistry in your body. So you can fight off illness and detoxify, which is really the most important component to not being quote unquote sick, is to be able to detoxify your body. But you have to create a good chemistry inside of you. H is for hydration. That's a deep subject in and of itself. Hydration. We need to get the highest quality water that we can. And for us, for me, that's artesian spring water that has been tested. Make sure it's been tested. And O is for organic food. Anything we're doing with food, we want to be organic. Any of our supplements or our vitamins, we want them to be sourced from an organic source. We want our food to be organic. We want to have a soil, be mindful of the condition of the soil and all. And that's where that comes into play as well. So once again, and this is where we will, from all of this, all of these four things here, we're going to develop our core values. And our core values here, it's going to be, what we eat, who we hang out with, what information do we allow into our bodies, how much time are we going to allocate for rest, how much time are we going to allocate for body movement, how much time are we going to allocate for dream and dream purpose and legacy acquisition, how much time are we going to spend, with food. So, the core values, those will be your guiding. Here's what I do. Here's what I don't do. So I hope that helps. If you got any questions, just drop a comment, message me, whatever it takes to get a hold of me. And we're going to cover more of this in the upcoming days and weeks. We'll get into these specifically. So with that, peace. I love you. Have a great day.